Hi, I'm Dr. Valerie Watkins. I'd like to welcome you to My Spirit Matters. Today we're going to be talking about the topic of children whose parents may have a problem. And the reason that this is an important topic is because many children don't know what to do when they have a loved one that is struggling with alcohol or maybe even drugs. The only thing that they see is that this person that they care about is either spending more time alone and in their room and away from the family, or the person isn't picking them up, they're having to wait, or the person just isn't themselves. Something has shifted, something has happened, and to a young child, they don't always understand it. But what you need to hear is that it makes an impression. Your behavior, what you're doing, is having and making an impression on that child. We used to think in the field of addiction that there was a genetic component to addiction, meaning that oftentimes if a parent was an alcoholic, that there was a high percentage that the child would be also. And if there were two children in the family, it was almost predictable that at least one of them would struggle at some point with alcohol or drug addiction themselves. But with new information and new research, what we know now is it's the environment. It's the environment that plays such a large role in a child's life as they're growing up. So it's those images that they're taking in. And when you're a child, you don't always understand what that image means, what it's saying. Because most children want that parent to look at them, to notice them, to watch what they're doing, to give positive reinforcement. Basically, most children just want to be loved by that parent or those parents. They want to be the center of their focus and the center of what they're experiencing. But when a person has a problem with alcohol and drugs are the center focus for that person. No matter how much they may love and care about the child, their focus is the drugs. And as they continue to move forward in their addiction, they will generally do whatever it takes for that addiction, even if it means letting go of the caretaking of that child, even if it means not being available, even if it means picking them up drunk, even if it means not being available. Alcohol and drug addiction is devastating to a child. And it's devastating, and it has its imprints. The imprints that carry through into their adult life. And most adult children of alcoholics don't understand why they may be attracted to someone that has an alcohol problem. Or they don't understand why they may, after being successful, start drinking and using. What we know is that imprint is there, and it has to do with how it makes you feel. And when you've got other stresses in your life and alcohol and drugs are introduced, it changes those pleasure centers, and it changes how you then begin to interpret the things that are happening in your life. And the more you continue to drink and use, the more it seems as if the alcohol, the drinking, is part of the solution. And oftentimes, without people recognizing and realizing, alcohol or the drugs become the problem. And once they're involved in the problem, they're not able to be in the problem and come up with a solution. That's why addiction is so difficult for many people. Even though they may want to quit, they may want to stop, they may want to turn their lives around, the solution to doing that, they're not able to grasp because they're sitting in the midst of the problem. So what I wanted to share with you is the importance of your behavior and what kind of behavior you are showing, projecting, and allowing your children to see. Be careful of the use of alcohol and drugs. Young kids, young people, they see everything. And they make some judgments, some decisions, and some opinions about those things that they see. And once the judgments has been made, it begins to follow through in their own life. So be mindful of what young children are seeing in the form of alcohol abuse and alcohol addiction.